this video, I'm going to show you how to properly clean up your water-fed pole and deionization tank setup and keep it organized within your red bucket. Your first step is going to be turning off your water at the source and unhooking your garden hose. So we're going to turn off the customer's water. We're going to slowly undo this garden hose. A lot of times there's going to be some water coming out, so you can get a little bit wet while you're doing this. I usually try to block it with one hand as I'm unscrewing with the other and just let some of that water flow out. Once you have your garden hose hooked up, again, it's important to make sure that we're leaving the customer's property the same way that we found it. So we are then going to hook up their hose again if they did have a hose hooked up. Now that our garden hose is unhooked completely, we can go here and unhook it from our deionization tank as well. Again, sometimes you get a little bit of water squirting out, so I try to be careful so you're not completely soaked. From there, we can let this hose start to drain out while we clean up the rest of our water-fed pole setup. So we're then going to take our brush out of our pole, set that down safely, and then I like to take the hose out from the brush, but leave our quick connect connected to our rinse bar. So I'm just going to press that in, take our hose out, and then we like to use these little wire clips to keep our hoses nice and tidy as we are wrapping them up. So I usually wrap it around the edge there, and then you can just start rolling up your hose into the wire clip like so. Once you get to this point, super important that you keep your valve connected to your yellow hose and that you take the valve off of your deionization tank. These valves are super fragile, so if it's connected here and it rolls around to the bed of the truck, it will break. Once you have your valve here, you can usually stuff it right through the middle like so. Just make sure that it's pulled tight. And now your hose is nice and neat and it's ready to go into your red bucket. Remember, we do not store the TDS sensors in these red buckets either, because when they get wet, those will break as well. So we're going to put our hose in there. And then now that our garden hose is drained out completely, I usually just like to wrap this around my elbow like this. Once you have it completely wrapped up, it's nice and neat, you can take your garden hose and put it into the other side of your red bucket, like so. Make sure that that is nice and neat. Try to squeeze that in tight so it doesn't fall out. Your final step to cleaning up your water-fed pole setup is just going to be to put your brush and scrubber pad up top. And now your bucket is organized and ready to go for the next job. It's really important as we're doing this, cleaning up, that we take this seriously and make sure that it's super neat. This might take a little bit of time at the end of the job, but it saves you a lot of time once you get to your next job and everything isn't super tangled up.